Back here in the United States, a pair of Republican senators are holding up nominations in the Justice Department and the Department of Defense. The lawmakers accuse the DOJ of putting politics over law and say the Department of Defense is breaking the law in its efforts to provide taxpayer funding for service members to have an abortion. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales joins us now with the latest. Erik.
Well, good evening, Tracy. Ohio Senator JD Vance plans to, quote, grind the Justice Department to a halt on all of its nominees. This after the DOJ decided to bring indictment charges against former President Donald Trump. He tells me that it's the latest example of the agency being used for political purposes.
We have Catholic fathers harassed for their pro-life activism. We, of course, have violent criminals walking the streets after the 2020 summer of riots. And if you're letting the violent criminals go free and you're harassing Christian parents for their political activism, you're not engaged in justice, you're engaged in politics.
Reaction to his boycott came along party lines.
They're not stopping the nominations. They can go to go through the regular process. This is just to stop them from accelerating the process. So every senator's got the right to do this.
For Republican colleagues to say they're for stronger policing or law enforcement and then stop the Department of Justice, which is the major law enforcement agency in this country, is absurd and abhorrent.
As EWTN News Nightly reported, Senator Tommy Tuberville continues his fight to make the Defense Department reverse its policy of using tax dollars to pay travel-related abortion expenses for current service members. You believe they are breaking the law?
I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, you can't do this. I mean, you can't make the law from the Pentagon. You just can't do it. And if we're going to do that, let's just lock these buildings up and save the taxpayer a lot of money. Go home.
Senator Tuberville is holding up more than 250 military nominations, including a replacement for the Joint Chiefs of Staff Chair, General Mark Milley.
This is a fight that the Pentagon started, that they're the ones that changed a policy which most of us feel is against the law, that it's against the Hyde Amendment. So we're standing right beside Coach Tuberville.
I think what Senator Tuberville has done is just awful. We believe that Republican senators, if they care about national security, but should be putting pressure on him to release those holds.
Now, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer could hold individual votes, but that would take a great deal of time. And it's not just Republicans who are holding up nominees. The chairman of the Health Committee, Senator Bernie Sanders, says that he is holding up nominees of President Biden, also because they have not worked on lowering prescription drug prices enough. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.